Hi everyone, this is Paul Gallipo from HowToStartTutoring.com, and I'm going to teach you how to make some extra money in your spare time by tutoring. This lesson is geared towards college students. However, the principles can be applied to just about anybody. So if you want to make some extra money by tutoring, these are the concepts that you need to understand to be successful and to get started. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to specialize, how to market, how to price your services, how to communicate with your clients, how to find locations that you can tutor, and how to be prepared so that you can go above and beyond the expectations of your clients. The very first thing you need to do when you're starting to tutor is to pick a subject to specialize in. Your college major is the obvious choice. The most important thing to remember, though, is to stick to one subject. Avoid that jack of all trades, master of none appearance. If you try to appeal to everyone, you're not going to appeal to anybody. So don't list as many subjects as possible, because you will lose potential clients to other tutors who have specialized. Put yourself in the customer's shoes. If you're looking for a calculus tutor, are you going to pick the person who specifically advertises as a calculus tutor, or the other person who advertises that they can tutor in anything from ancient civilization to zoology? The calculus tutor is the obvious answer. The person who lists every subject they can think of looks like they're desperate for anyone they can get, and they will only be considered if there are no other options. Do not be this person. After you specialize, the next thing that you need to do is to advertise your services. Craigslist is probably the best place to start. I still advertise there, and I get a lot of clients there still. You can learn how to write a good Craigslist ad on HowToStartTutoring.com. We have a great post that will help you out. There's a link in the description. Another essential resource that you need to use is University Tutor. It's an online tutor directory. When people Google tutors in whatever city, the site University Tutor is most likely going to appear on the top of the search results, so make sure that you have a profile made so that clients can find you. Flyers are also an option, and you can use the campus computer labs to design them, and potentially even print them for free if you're lucky. Good locations to post your flyers are grocery stores and libraries, because they often have bulletin boards where you can post advertisements for free. The single best way to advertise is through word of mouth. And since you don't have any clients yet to do it for you, you need to start spreading the word yourself. Tell everybody that you know that you're a tutor. Your friends, your family, coworkers, professors, anybody who will listen. To determine a decent starting price, check out what other tutors are charging in your area by doing research on University Tutor and Craigslist. You also want to Google and see if there are any local tutoring businesses to find out what they're charging and what they're doing to compete with you. The next thing to do is to set your hourly rate on the lower end of the spectrum based upon your research. You can raise your rates as your experience grows, as well as when you start to develop a better ability for tutoring. When you get more clients than you can handle, that's a sign that you need to raise your rates. If the demand for your service raises, so should your hourly rate. You're worth it and you deserve it, especially if the demand for you grows. If you have to travel considerably to a client, consider charging them your hourly rate, or less, for travel to cover the cost of your travel as well as your time. I make my cell phone number, along with the note call or text anytime, available on all of my advertisements. I also include my email address, Facebook profile, Twitter account, and LinkedIn profile. Any kind of social network I have is available in my advertisements and on my websites. I recommend that you do the same because your clients will have different modes of communication that they prefer, and you want to eliminate any barriers that may prevent prospects from contacting you. For those of you who are afraid of getting spam, over the past year I've had maybe 5 texts that were spam and 2 spam emails that made it through my Gmail filter. It's not really that big of an issue for me personally, and I expect that other people will have similar experiences. It's very important to specify to your clients where you can tutor, whether it be a library, home, coffee house, anywhere you're comfortable. Let them know ahead of time. Also, let your clients know how far you're willing to travel. It's important to let them know ahead of time because you don't want to go back and forth communicating only to discover that they live too far away for you to go reach them. Don't let the lack of a car stop you from tutoring. When I started, I didn't have a car either, so what I would do is meet my clients nearby my college campus, where I could simply walk there to meet them for tutoring. You can do the same. Be prepared for anything. You're going to sometimes encounter students that are completely unprepared. I'm talking no book bag, no homework assignments, no nothing. So always make sure to have paper, writing utensils, books, and your schedule with you. I say bring books because your college textbooks might be useful for different pictures and figures, as well as the glossary. You can also consider checking out books from your local library that you think might be useful. Both parents and students will appreciate your preparation, especially if it enhances the session. Your schedule is very important because you're going to need it so that you can schedule future tutoring sessions because you're going to blow away the client. If you're working with a client that you've met with in the past, make sure that you're prepared with an extra worksheet. Find this worksheet online or create it yourself, but make sure that it's relevant to the work that the student's currently doing, because that way, if the session ends a little bit earlier, you have something that you can use for additional instruction and review to fulfill that last little portion of the session. And that's it for my lesson. I invite you to visit my website for more free information. The site is howtostarttutoring.com. Please leave me any questions, criticisms, and stories that you may have, because I'd love to start talking with you. The most important thing to do when you're starting to tutor is to make sure that you love it and that you're passionate about it. Because if you don't love what you do, it's not worth doing. Find something else to do in your spare time, because I guarantee whatever it is that you love, you can find a way to turn it into a business that you enjoy. Thank you.